Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the 3 habits that rich people have that you and I can implement today. I know you're going to love this show. I've been doing a lot of research lately for a new book I have coming out, and I'm going to share with you some of my newer insights with a new billionaire that I have been connected with and communicating with on a regular basis. I look forward to giving you the secrets.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a daily dose of greatness class with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He's going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool.
Okay, so welcome back. What are the habits that rich people have that poor people don't? And you know, I've been talking, I said, I've got a new book coming out. It's about goal setting and goal getting. I have a new 30-day challenge that I'm giving away for free. If you guys want to join, you just got to download my app, and then you got to click the little button to join the 30-day challenge, and then there's another app, and there's some cool stuff for you. But it's how to set and get any goal. And as I'm doing research for this, I'm trying to find the most successful people on the planet to interview and study from so that I can go ahead and improve the system that we have. And then when this book comes out, it's going to be because it's got the most stellar information about setting and getting goals ever. All right. So that said, let's get into the success habits here, because poverty is a habit. See, being rich and wealthy is a habit. Having good health is a habit. It's not an event. It's not a belief system. It's a habit of like what is the habitual way what is it that you put in your mouth every day for food, right? Are you eating processed frozen dinners every night? Are you eating are you eating ice cream every night? Are you exercising every day, or are you not? Like, these habits will create certain results, and so will wealth, so will happiness, so will poverty. And so I was talking to this billionaire, and he was actually coaching me, and I say this through his videos and stuff. We didn't jump on the phone together. I don't want to brag that he's in my speed dial yet. He's not there yet. But at any rate, he was talking to me about the three habits rich people have, and I want to share them with you. And they're ones that I have used in the past, and then I can't say that with like total integrity that I'm practicing these today. So I always want to share that one, like I'm sharing with you a strategy that I'm not using right now. I want to be in integrity with you that I'm like inspired by him to start doing this with more discipline. All right, and I'm sharing it with you from that place. So habit number 1 is that rich people count their money. And I know this seems pretty silly and obvious. Well, maybe it doesn't seem obvious. It seems obvious to me. My wife, as a financial advisor, when we first got together and started dating, she's a financial advisor, and she grew her business from scratch and just starting in that industry to being pretty successful as a female financial advisor. And she did so through non-conventional ways of growing her business. One of those things that she created was called money coaching. And it's something that she's actually going through a certification, or she's creating a certification program now with one of her business partners, Lisa Chastain. And they are like wanting to help the women that they work with, and they might extend it to men, I'm not sure, with this money coaching element. And my wife used to call it KYMGYM, KYMGYM, and it stands for Know Your Money to Grow Your Money. And what my wife found is, instead of just like doing 401k plans for her clients and talking to them about investments and wills and protection and all that stuff that the industry typically talks about, that she came up with a little formula that your beliefs plus your behaviors equals your bank account. And she realized that oftentimes she needed to shift the mindset of her clients and the behaviors of her clients, and that was more important than like whether or not they had the right 401k. And then she did that stuff too. But she focused on this thing called money coaching. And to break that down into real simplicity, she helped them count their money. She gave them a dashboard, and she said, it's really important for you to know your money, very specifically what's coming in, what's coming out. And if you do that, you can grow your money. And so this was phenomenal, is people would pay her a really healthy chunk of money as a money coach to go ahead and get her guidance when she oftentimes worked with women and like with couples. Like her core client was typically the wife of the family, and then she typically like helped the husband and wife like communicate better about their money and understand their money. And she'd go over it with them with their dashboard. And what happened across the board, I don't think she had a client ever who didn't grow more money, like make more money when they started counting their money. It was insane. I was actually quite impressed because she charged them a healthy chunk of money just to help them manage their money. And in this case, not even do all the 401k and financial advising stuff. That was something all on the side. It was just as a money coach, just helping them know their money, help them grow their money. It was insane. The results that she got for her clients were out of this world. The testimonials she got for her clients were out of this world. For a while, she was calling people would call her the like a better like advisor to them than like a relationship coach, and she was the I can't remember the marriage financial advisor or something like that. It was like some kind of weird like name that they gave her for a while, because she was like this relationship coach to them, because money is a very emotional subject. Most poor people don't look at their money hardly ever. They don't look at it until they do their taxes at the end of the year. And what I have found is the more often that you look at the metrics, what gets measured, you can actually look at results. Rich people often are looking at their cash flow and their money every single day. They are going over their books with their bookkeeper at least every single week. They want to see the metrics of where they are in their investments, in their companies, and wherever it is, on how they're spending money, on how cash flow is. I'm not talking about living in scarcity. I'm talking about living in abundance, but understanding that you've got to manage your money. You've got to know your money coming in and out. And I thought this was a brilliant secret of rich people that is a great reminder for me, because my wife and I had a conversation about this week, about how we have to start looking at our money with more clarity again, because we fell into bad habits. And quite frankly, poverty habits, which we're not happy with. We're like, oh shit, we got to stop that. We got to get back to looking at our money. My wife spent an hour or two doing exactly that, going through our financial dashboard to just look at where we're at. And this is definitely an area I need to improve. So I'm not going to brag to you and say that I'm phenomenal at this now. I have done really good at this in the past. This is one coaching I'm going to take myself. Okay. Let me give you rich habit number 2. This one is phenomenal. This one you may have heard about before as well, but the question is, there's a big difference between, are you living it or are you just saying, oh, I know that, I've heard that. If you're not living it, then you don't know it. And then I think the next level of mastery is teaching it. What is the secret? Rich habit number 2 is to pay yourself first. Now, if you haven't done this, if you haven't read this book before, I challenge you. That's my daily challenge today, is to go find and read the story called The Richest Man in Babylon. And if you've heard that before, or read that before, then you should read it again. So my same coaching to you. I'm reading the same book right now for my 5th time, going through the process, so I can master what's inside of it. And Richest Man in Babylon, I'm going to take that on as well, because now that I'm saying that to you as a challenge, I have to do it myself. So I'm going to read that book again. It's a quick read, so it should be pretty easy for you. And if you've not read it before, I'll give you the lesson is basically, which I just told you, is that you pay yourself first. And in the story, it walks through like the challenges of what happens for you if you don't do that, and then the benefit that can happen, and you can become the richest man in Babylon, is the title of the story, if you follow this discipline. And it doesn't mean that you go splurge on things. It doesn't mean that you go buy a new car, and it doesn't mean that you go buy the new iPhone, and it doesn't mean when you pay yourself first, it doesn't mean that you go get a massage. It's not that. What paying yourself first means that you take a percentage of your money every single month, and you put that aside for you. You pay yourself first. Then when you pay yourself first, that means you save it. And there's 2 steps here. You save it, and then you invest it. You save it and then you invest it. One of the things that my wife and I have been focused on a lot lately is educating ourselves around cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin currency and things like that, so that we understand this marketplace, so that we don't get left behind. I've done a podcast episode on this just recently called Bitcoin Secrets. And I'm not here to tell you that I know everything about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. That's not it at all. I am saying that it's something that you need to educate yourself on and look at. And I highly recommend that when you look at your money and you're trying to think about, okay, what percentage am I saving, paying yourself first, you now need to look at where you're going to invest your money, where you're going to keep it. There's no secret that there are people who bought Bitcoin at the very beginning who now it's worth like a gazillion times more than it was when they first invested in it. And cryptocurrency is an amazing strategy for people to implement. If you'd like to know more about that, you should reach out to me and ask, because I have a mentor or a few that are coaching me around this subject. And I'd love to give you the insight that they have. I'm not going to go ahead and preach about it because I don't, or teach about it because I don't know. That's not my specialty. But I do know how important it is, okay? Which is kind of a little bonus here, I guess. I didn't really mean to talk about that. What I wanted to share with you was the secret that this new billionaire mentor of mine gave me. He goes, remember the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. Remember that you have to pay yourself first. Remember that what exactly that means is taking a percentage of your income out. And I think in the book they say it's 10%. And my mentor told me that that's not even close to what you need to put in the bank based on what you're making. But at the very beginning, that's better than nothing. Even if you make $30,000 a year, take 10% out and pay yourself first. And then not only do you save it, but now you have to look to investing it. So I'm just going to move on that one because it's pretty obvious, and I've given you your homework on this. It's not to it's just go get a book, The Richest Man in Babylon, and read it. Like, read it quickly. You can get it done in like one sitting. It's really a fast, fun read. Okay, the third secret that rich people practice, the third habit that rich people practice that poor people do not, is rich people are constantly trying to improve their ability to earn, their ability to educate themselves on new and better ways to improve their performance when it comes to earning an income. And this is across the board, from personal development to more information about investing in stocks and whatever it is. It's like how to sell, how to influence. The rich people are typically some of the best students on the planet because they're voracious. They have an appetite to learn so that they can grow. They know that the purpose of their life is to expand. And not just to expand, not just to learn something, not just to consume information, but to consume it so that you can implement it. If you don't see the fruit of your work, then you're not actually getting that result. So my mentor again reminded me of this, and this is one that I'm actually pretty good at. This is one that I'm constantly focused on, and he's like, good job, but that does you need to implement more. And so he basically kicking me in the teeth. Like I yet to have a mentor. I mean, they will celebrate with me, but they also challenge me. Like, an important thing about a mentor, I'm going to give you this as just an aside, because I think this is really key. When I coach with people and when I'm helping someone, or when my mentors are working with me, there's basically three things that they do. Number one is they help me get clarity, even more crystal clarity about what it is that I want, what it is I need to do, what is that I need to stop doing. They help me with clarity. They give me coaching and support. So there's celebration in there. There's like, they work with me. They give me their advice. They say, hey, stop doing these things, start doing those things. And that's an invaluable resource. And I love being this person for my clients. And then the other thing that they do is they challenge me. And this is a really important one because they don't just listen to my willy-nilly ideas. This guy's not a billionaire, but he was really close, and we had a conversation. In fact, when I met him, I asked to exchange his information, and he sold me his damn business card. I paid $200 for his business card because he said it comes with a call with me. And I'm going to spend some time with you to really support you. And he goes, I want to know about your goals and dreams. And I shared them with him, and to get his feedback and to get his insight on stuff. And it was really frustrating because I was pretty proud of my vision up until that point. And he actually said, you know what, I think we need to do another coaching session. And he rescheduled with me and he gave me a challenge. He goes, here's the deal. I want you to get a lot out of our time together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to challenge you to think bigger, and then let's do this call later. Oh man, that was awesome. I was like, what? I thought these were big goals, but I didn't. Okay, so hold on. Seek the rich habits. Count your money. Pay yourself first. And then the most important one, and those are both, I don't know which is the most important, but this last one is make sure that you are consistently and constantly, and right now, this very minute, looking for new ways that you can increase your capacity to earn. And what is it that you can do to improve? This is great because you're in control of all of these things. I love it when you can take control and when you are responsible for your results and that things are broken down into really simple terms. So I can't go ahead and credit that I'm the one that came up with these 3 habits. That would be ridiculous. I'm not saying that. I am saying that they're phenomenal. They came to me from somebody who is killing it, and hopefully you're going to get a lot of value from them when you implement them. Please do yourself a favor, follow these habits. Please go read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, and please comment below or leave us a review on iTunes if you're liking our podcast. And I'll see you tomorrow on another Daily Dose of Greatness Quest.